All right. Hopefully that's not too insanely loud. So we're back again doing these. Maybe I'll start calling them bites. My little nacho bites, man. Uh, Again, not gaming. This is politics. This is where I've been. This is what I've been talking about. It's on the brain. It's not going to change. I have, plans for bringing a child into the world, and it's caused me to really dive into this and really examine from both sides. Even though clearly I've picked a side for this election, it's not as cut and dry as that. I got the reason that's all this is on my brain is I was in a little Facebook interaction with somebody, and it was over a meme that I posted, and it was a meme of a guy, Philip Anderson. I can probably throw the image up. Um, I'll just share the image real quick. I think I can do that. So I'm gonna throw this image up on the screen. Maybe I should have thought about this ahead of time, but whatever. So while I'm talking, this caused a lot of controversy from someone I care about a lot. But it's not so simple. It's complicated, I guess, but it did the purpose. It served the purpose that I meant it to serve, and that is, I mean, it is meant to be inflammatory, but the reason I want it to be that way is because, um, all of this media that we're having now. This is the meme. So, you guys should be able to see this. So I kind of just throw this up here for a minute. I'll let you read it. Because this is the problem that I've had. Antifa is just an idea, and then this guy gets his teeth knocked out for standing between the idea and a courthouse fence. So there was an altercation that happened. This guy, oh, get out of the way here. So this guy was out in front of the courthouse. There was a rally that was called, and then it was canceled because there was Antifa there, and there was like riot police were out, and a lot of people had come out because he was coming out and organized this thing on Facebook. He's been really vocal. He's been very bombastic, and he's been outright. I mean, he has promoted violence and stuff like that. So, and it's like I'm not posting this with this guy's picture on it because I support everything this guy stands for. I'm not supporting his posts on Facebook that spill hate and vitriol out against the other side. I never claim that the right is perfect, period. I know the right's not perfect. You know what I mean? I know the right isn't the end all be all answer for the rest of till the end of time. I'm not going to be a Republican for the end of time. I'm still an independent voter. This just happens to be where I'm standing this year. I can't put myself behind Antifa and the organization Black Lives Matter, because there is a difference between the organization and the movement as a whole, or the statement. But I'm not going to put myself behind that. I can't. This orange man bad shadow that's been cast over everything, media, news media, social media, people's lives. It's like this shadow has cast so wide that the left has gotten away with some amazing I mean, not amazing in a good way, but like the fact that they've managed to get away with this simply by just saying orange man bad, and promoting that in the media is dangerous. It's very dangerous. The fact that we have a political candidate coming out and saying that Antifa is just an idea is dangerous, because Antifa I believe they are a domestic terror group. They work in cells. They don't go out and have a leader. They've been exposed by Project Veritas. They've been exposed by Steven Crowder. They've been exposed by everyone. I've made multiple accounts here recently and joined groups on Facebook and tried to find them on Twitter and other places. It's like, they exist, man. They're out here and literally calling for violence. And this isn't, that's the point I'm trying to get to. It's like, I'm not posting this because I think the right is perfect. I'm posting this because I know the left thinks they're perfect right now. And it's this Puritan mindset, this virtuous, oh, we care about black people, we care about brown people, we care about all ethnic backgrounds, we care about women, we care about gays, we care about transgender, lesbian, bisexual, all that, pansexual, and that makes us better than you. That's what's dangerous to me. And I understand that not everybody on the left is that way, but the majority of them, even if they're not that way, resort to that as a line of argumentation. And it's not necessarily something that happened fully in this specific instance, but it basically ended up being, well, this guy has a terrible history, so you shouldn't post anything about him or support him in any such way. And he shouldn't be painted as some kind of martyr, which I'm not doing anyways. I don't believe in that kind of crap. Like, I'm not. And then I was basically, well, I was told, you should be posting things about the policy. You should be posting things about, the side and not jumping on a bandwagon. And my response is basically, the left is the bandwagon right now. That is the bandwagon. Finding a way to rationalize violence just because it's in promotion of your candidate, and finding a way to make yourself somehow believe that Antifa is just an idea is bullshit. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I'm trying to keep these things PG so that I can monetize them, but I mean, it is. It's absolute bullcrap. They exist. They are doing damage to our country. They are killing people and they are injuring people, and they have been since Obama's second term. This isn't new. The media was covering these things then. The media called them terrorists at one point. But then now that they're backing the right candidate, now that they're rioting while Trump is in office, now they're good people. Now they're peaceful protesters. They're not Antifa. They're not domestic terrorists. Now they're peaceful protesters. That's scary. That is the bandwagon. That's something you don't want to jump on. That's something you don't need to be promoting. And that is getting drowned out by Orange Man Bad. The right is responsible for the violence. And Biden's going to save us all. It's like the guy can't complete a full sentence. I have yet to hear a fully formed, reasonable argument why I should vote for Biden without mentioning Trump. No one can do that for me. And I've asked several times, several people. No one, it's impossible for anyone on the left, I think, right now, to give me just a supportive argument for Biden, only talking about Biden, only talking about his history, only talking about what the Democrats have managed to do for us all, which is absolutely nothing, by the way. Everyone needs to be paying attention. I mean, and not just now. I mean, we need to keep paying attention regardless. I don't think the Democratic Party is going to survive this election. Period. Whether they win or lose. I don't see it happening, because you have Antifa so far extreme on the left and Black Lives Matter, the organization, promoting Marxist socialist politics and policies. And we just had Biden come out and say that he was okay with 8-year-olds transitioning. I just saw a headline, and please look this up because I haven't verified it yet. But I saw a headline and I skimmed an article where Biden apparently, this is only one article that I saw and skimmed. So again, please fact check this. But Biden apparently supports, basically he's pledging to put policy into effect that will force transgender athletes into public school athletic systems. So now they don't have a choice of whether or not, well, maybe we need to think about this. Maybe we need to, uh, make a transgender league, because the bottom line is, and I'll try not to dig too deep into that. I want to stay on the other topic. Basically, you have average male athletes who can't keep up that want to go in and smash females' records, and it's pathetic, man. It's a coward's way out. It's like it's a narcissistic move. It's like I need to feel good about myself, so I'm gonna register as a female, and I'm gonna go in here and smash all these top level female athletes and take away basically their. It's like imagine spending day in and day out grinding blood, sweat, and tears, pouring your life into this sport, and then some average athlete that was cut from the A team comes and transitions and now is competing in your sport and just crushes you. How defeating is that? And I mean, it would be very defeating even knowing that someone was competing like that in your sport, even if you weren't even a high level athlete. It could cause you to stop. I've been an athlete almost my whole life, so that would destroy me. That would be like playing pickup ball and LeBron James and the championship winning Lakers show up on the other side of the court. You're going to be like, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't even want to play. Like, you're going to get demolished and you know it. So I still went further into that than I wanted to. But basically, I just wanted to point out that while I have been sharing some content that it is inflammatory and it is divisive, and it's meant to grab attention. It's meant to point these things out. It's meant to break through this casing of this bubble that the left builds around themselves that is impenetrable by layers and layers of orange man bad and virtue signaling. It's pathetic, man. There is no defense. There is no defense for Biden. There's no defense for Nancy Pelosi. There's no defense for any of those people. The way they've treated this virus, the way they've treated the election, and not accepting the election of Trump, the years and millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars they wasted investigating for Russia collusion, which didn't exist, based off of a fake Steele dossier that was given to them. The information was written by an agent that the United Kingdom had wrote to our CIA director and basically told him, and I'm butchering this story, so please look it up, but all this information is out there. All of that was based off of information that the Democrats were getting from a compromised source, a source that the United Kingdom wrote to us and said, hey, this guy's known for working with the Russians. That's why we cut ties with him. And the Democrats think that's a fully valid source of information. So all of this Russia collusion was a hoax. The Trump is racist stuff, it's bullcrap. Yes, maybe he plays into it more than he should. Yes, he says many things he shouldn't. Yes, he's bombastic. Yes, he's a bit of a sociopath and a narcissist. But to be honest, that's to some degree advantageous to us to know that in office, every negotiation he gets into when it comes to world politics is going to end up working in our favor, because he, as a result, wants it to work in his favor. So he's going into the deal selfishly saying, this is going to work out my way. We don't need Biden. Biden is going to go in there and hand him the fucking keys to the castle, man. I did it again, man. I'm trying not to swear. But, I mean it, man. I mean, that's what it is. He's going to hand over whatever you want, man. I'll bend over and take it, man. It's pathetic. We don't need that right now. We need to keep, especially now in the pandemic, we don't need to be worrying about the outside world at all. And that sounds, it is what it is. It's nationalistic. It's Our interests come first. We have people here starving and dying, and we have for a long time, and the Democrats can't seem to think about they don't care about the people. They don't care about you. They care about your vote. That's why they're so interested in getting the immigrants in. Bring the immigrants in. Bring the refugees in. Take them all in. Give them all citizenship. Give them all welfare. Give everyone else ahead of the homeless people we already have in America. Give all those people rights, because then they'll vote for us and we can stay in power. They don't care about black people. They don't care about minorities. They just care about your vote. Joe Biden goes up to that damn pedestal and plays Despacito at the Hispanic Heritage Month speech that he made. I mean, that's pathetic, man. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. What in the hell are we... Why are we ignoring this stuff? And I know a lot of people aren't. I have a lot of black friends that are voting for Trump. But that's not the media narrative. Like I said, I don't see the Democrats surviving this. They're too willing to eat their own. And it is what it is. We saw it with Bernie Sanders. I was talking with someone earlier. I think if Bernie Sanders would have won the primary, we would be looking at a Bernie Sanders re-election right now. Not a Trump re-election. Because I would have voted for him too. And even though I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he has to say or did say then, I don't agree with it now because I've done more research. But at the time, I was all in. And so were a lot of people, even on the right. So, I mean, I think we're in a very precarious situation because I think it's much more dangerous for the Democrats to get in office with a fracturing party that will fall apart. They will eat each other. If you don't think there's going to be stories, they've seen the way that Trump narrative worked. You don't think the Democrats are going to mimic that? You don't think they're going to use that to their advantage? Because they are. As soon as they get in office, that's exactly what they'll do. They'll take every opportunity they can to bite each other's heads off, to rip each other to shreds just so that they can fight up for the throne. And they've done it in the past before. This isn't new. I mean, the point of this was to basically say that we need to be looking at the left very under a microscope right now because we can see everything on all the problems with the right are out there because the left's doing a really good job of painting them all over the media. You don't have to look far, hard or deep to find the problems with the right. And I admit that there are problems with the right. I know we still have bad representatives. I know we still have problems on the right. And I say we because I'm voting that way this year. But it's like I said, man, I'm independent. I'm going with who I think is going to be most successful for the entire country, not just one section of people. That's what terrifies me about the left. They don't care about anyone except their own. And even at that, they're ready to eat their own to get ahead. I mean, this is not a party you want to be affiliated with right now. And that's my opinion. Like I said, please research anything I've talked about. Please feel free to correct me. Put links in the comments. I'll try to look at it. This was just a bit of a rant. It went over at what I only wanted to do about 10 minutes. But if you're still listening, thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the above. And I don't know, man. We're going to keep making these and see where it goes. Thanks for watching. I'm out.